Hey everyone, it's Jamie from BestNerdLife. Recently, I've been very much into collecting big box PC games, just like this one, Total Annihilation by Bbig Entertainment. I'm going to be honest, this is one of my absolute favourites that I have in my collection because I spent so much time as a kid playing Total Annihilation. I could not get enough. And having this in my collection just brings back so many good memories. So yeah, in this video I'm going to show you exactly what I have in my big box PC game collection. Admittedly, it's not the biggest collection in the world, but I do hope to add to it through eBay purchases and charity shop finds and all that kind of stuff. That being said, let's get this video going. So yeah, to begin with, let's talk about Total Annihilation. As I said previously, one of my absolute most favourite games in my collection, designed by Chris Taylor, produced and created by Bbig Entertainment, and yes, it is the winner of PC Gamer's Game of the Month October 1997 award, which is fantastic. And you know what, this has one of the most epic intros I've ever seen. It's like a pre-rendered 3D cutscene of, like, you know, the core and the arm fighting each other with like a really deep voiced man narrating over it all. It's just fantastic. It's like this quote here, this text here is what he says. So it's something like, "What began as a conflict over the transfer of consciousness from flesh to machines has escalated into a war that has decimated 1,000,000 worlds." It's just so ridiculous. I specifically remember him like elongating the world, so it's like worlds. It's just absolutely ridiculous and fantastic. So you can download new units, maps and missions from www.bbig.com. I don't even know if it's around anymore. Probably is. I should really check that. But yeah, it's just an absolutely fantastic game and I really enjoy it. Okay, so next we have the PC CD-ROM version of Lemmings for Windows 95 plus Lemmings Paintball. And this is part of the Argentum collection from Psygnosis. And yeah, it's a pretty decent collection, to be honest. It has, you know, Lemmings and Lemmings Paintball all in one. And this cost me a couple of quid on eBay. I just saw it and I thought, you know what? I actually want Lemmings. I've not played Lemmings in years and years and years, and now I have it to play. Now next we have something that is very special to me. Head Extreme Destruction Zone. Now this is a game by Hasbro Interactive and Viz Interactive, and my goodness, this is a crazy strange game. I absolutely adore it. I remember getting this from like a bargain bin in The Works, which is like a UK like book retailer, stationery retailer and stuff like that, and yeah, I'm just so happy to have this in an incredibly like reflective and like hollow, whatever you want to call it, box. It's great. You basically run around, shoot aliens and collect the heads of all different types of people, and yeah, it's very strange. You can choose from 225 unique heads. I really want to go more in depth in this game in future, so yeah, I'm going to try maybe doing like a retrospective of this thing once I get everything working that I need to have working. But yeah, it's just an absolutely crazy game, and I'm really happy that I now have it in my collection. So next up we have Fog, otherwise known as Fields of Glory by Microprose, and it's part of the Power Plus collection. Now this is an MS-DOS PC version of the game, and it does come on 5 floppy disks. I haven't yet to get this working, but I very much like to. And yeah, I got this from a charity shop for, if you can see that, £2. Absolutely fantastic find. The box itself is a little bit battered and a little bit water damaged, I think, but for the price that I got it at and the fact that it's been very hard to find any big box PC games around my area, I jumped at the chance of getting this. Next we have Command and Conquer from EA, and this is part of their classics range. As a kid, I never really played Command and Conquer. I've heard it's a very good RTS game, so getting this in this kind of form is absolutely fantastic. You know, world domination in the box. I'm very happy with it. And next up we have Mage Slayer by Raven Software. Now this, as you can probably tell by this sticker right here, I got from a charity shop for just £3. To be honest, the actual box itself was very, very battered. It was rather crushed, so I have actually put a cardboard insert that I made myself into this thing to try and, make it a little more sturdy and kind of stand up on its own. And I'm happy to say that it is now looking a lot better than it was. So, yay. Next up we have Age of Empires Gold Edition, which is by Microsoft and Ensemble Studios. And this actually contains both the Age of Empires base game and the Rise of Rome expansion. Very, very nice indeed. Now this is one of the games I actually bought in one of my thrifting videos, so if you want to watch me actually buying this, then it's up there on the channel. I highly recommend you watching it because it's an interesting video, to be honest. On the back it has plenty of lovely looking examples of the game. Now as a child I didn't actually play Age of Empires. I was much more of a Empire Earth kind of person, but it's a similar game. Lastly, in the kind of big box PC game category, I'll say, is Sim Earth: The Living Planet by Maxis, and this is part of the Recreation branding that they did. This is a CD-ROM DOS CD, so it's a CD but it plays through MS-DOS apparently. Now this game is basically inspired by James Lovelock's Gaia hypothesis, whereas the Earth is this living, breathing thing, this entity, and it's just really, really interesting to see this thing in action. It helps you manage your own species and civilizations and all this kind of stuff, and yeah, I'm really happy that I got it. And you can see kind of on the bottom part of the back are, other Maxis Sim titles. For example, Sim City, Sim Life, Sim Ant, A-Train, and Sim Farm. So yeah, in the future I hope to collect those as well. Okay, so something a little bit different that I have is The Simpsons animated screensaver, which is After Dark compatible, which is great. I haven't had time to get this working, but I got this for super cheap, and I basically got it because, well, it's a Simpsons obviously, but also because of the whole After Dark kind of branding there. I am very interested in getting more After Dark stuff, but yeah, the box itself is pretty battered, but I got it for real cheap. There's damage there, it's a little indented, but I'm going to restore it as much as possible because yeah, why not? So to end this video, I want to show something that is very unique to my preferences, and that is the Serif Design Suite. Now this contains Draw Plus, Photo Plus, Web Plus, Page Plus, and Movie Plus. And yeah, it's essentially a creative suite of sorts, which cost me £2.50 from a charity shop. Now the reason why I bought this is because Draw Plus, Photo Plus, and Page Plus have now all evolved into the Affinity Design Suite, which I think are absolutely fantastic pieces of design software. I have a version of each. I think it's much better than Photoshop and Illustrator and all that kind of stuff, and I really wish they would continue to make pieces of software and kind of expand into video editing, but that's a whole different kettle of fish. And yeah, that was my collection of big box PC games. Like I said, not a massive collection, but it should grow over time. You gotta start somewhere, right? In any case, if you enjoyed this video, then by all means like, comment, subscribe, all that social media goodness, and as always, keep living that best nerd life.